When people think about yoga, strength isn't always the first thing that comes to mind. However, as yoga evolves, we're seeing a shift towards building power and increasing active flexibility through dynamic movement. Perhaps the most distinct shift is the strength that yogis are now cultivating. The physical practice of yoga is actually quite well suited for strength building for two reasons. The first is that it utilizes repetition. When we repeat a motion, whether it be a chaturanga or warrior two, we progressively fatigue our muscles, which allows them to grow back stronger. Secondly, each posture in yoga has numerous modifications that allow us to make it easier or more difficult. Putting this into practice. First, let's get this out of the way: building strength will not make you overly muscular or necessarily decrease your flexibility, unless you're exclusively tossing barbells overhead in the weight room. So get that powerlifter image out of your head, and think more about the lean and muscular physique of a gymnast or circus performer. 1. Begin with a warm-up that doesn't kill you. The idea behind this approach is that part of your strength-based yoga practice is going to be putting a heavier than usual stress on the body, which means it's essential to warm up thoroughly without wasting energy or exhausting yourself. Just warm up until your heart rate is elevated and you're sweating lightly. 2. Do some skill-based work first. Trying to nail Ekapada Bakashana, one-legged crow, or a freestanding handstand. Do it after your warm-up. This is going to be the time when you have the most energy and focus to work on skill-based movements. In yoga, we often put these challenging positions as peak poses at the end of a practice. While not necessarily harmful, this doesn't allow us to approach them with our full ability since we're often already exhausted. 3. Add some strength-based work early on. After warming up and working skills, now is the time for your strength work. One of the best ways to do this is with a short but challenging, think very challenging, flow that you can repeat 1 to 3 times. After each repetition of the flow, take a long rest in child's pose. 4. Move through the rest of your regular practice after strength work. After having used your maximum strength in your mini flow, feel free to move through the rest of your practice as you usually would. This could focus on more dynamic movement, slow endurance focused postures, breath work, or whatever other priorities you have. 5. End with additional mobility and flexibility work. Since you're putting an extra level of stress on the body during your difficult strength-focused flow, be sure to end by giving those parts of the body a little extra love. If you are hand balancing, open up the wrist joints. If you are working the core, take some time in Sphinx pose. The extra work means you'll need a little extra cool down to assure that you are able to avoid injury and keep up with your practice. Gaining strength in yoga isn't difficult. However, it does require us to structure our flows so that we explicitly perform strength-focused movement at the right times, while using repetition, and adapting to use progressively harder variations of each posture as we grow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more educational videos, meditation music, stress relief and better sleep.